Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel probably. So I haven't filmed a video in about 11 months and my life, a lot has happened since then and some things recently changed and I decided that I really wanted to start making videos again, so here I am. I'm going to be doing a holiday get ready with me and I'm just going to start jumping into it and be talking as I do it because I don't know why, that's just what I feel like doing. So I'm just going to start priming my eyes. I'm actually going to use some tape today, which I haven't used tape in a really long time. I don't know how long, but very long time. So actually put my hair back real quick. Oh well, I don't really care. I just kind of throw it back. So I'm just going to dust some translucent powder all over my eyelids to set that primer. So actually, since I've filmed a YouTube video, like I said, a lot of different things have happened. So in the past 11 months, I've gotten married and I started college. So like I said, a lot of different stuff happening. Actually, part of the reason I didn't keep up YouTube, which I never did it super regularly anyway, but part of the reason that I didn't was because my boyfriend at the time, which is now my husband, he got stationed in Hawaii. And when he got stationed in Hawaii, I was about to graduate high school, but I was like, I don't even have enough money to go see him. Plane tickets were super expensive. So I upped my hours and I got a second job. And so I was actually working 36 hours a week my last semester of high school. And so that was really rough. I didn't have much free time for anything, especially this, but I barely got sleep. I was exhausted all the time. Bit of advice, probably don't do that. I did end up saving money and we ended up, having our wedding and everything, but it takes a toll on you, especially like if you're doing that while you're in high school. So I'm just saying it was hard. So anyway, I'm using the Jaclyn Hill palette just because, well, I use this all the time. It's super dirty, but it's come to be one of my favorite things to use. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So anyway, I'm going in with this dark green, like this olivey green. I feel like the camera's moving, but maybe that's just me. Okay, so I'm using this olivey green. It matches my shirt, and I'm just really feeling it for Christmas, and actually, like, it would be good for New Year's too. So I'm just going to start putting that in there and doing my thing. But anyway, so I ended up quitting one of my jobs in the summertime. Once we had saved up money and kind of planned, and he had been saving money because, I mean, he's working a full-time job since he's in the military. And so I ended up leaving one of my jobs because it wasn't going to work out with my college schedule. Plus, I didn't need 2 jobs going into college. So this is kind of going to get all over my eyelid, but that's alright because we're going to clean that up later. But anyway, so I've been at my other job my whole first semester of college, and I just recently quit. I might still work a couple of shifts because I gave them a notice, but I just left it because it's just not fitting in with my schedule, and I really don't like it a lot anymore. Plus, next semester, I'm taking 18 hours, and it's also my last semester with my family before I move to Hawaii with my husband, because he's currently, I can't move there right now because he's currently deployed. So I feel like I don't see my family a lot. I want to be around them more. Plus, my job just wasn't, there's just multiple things I wasn't happy with at this point, and I don't want to talk bad about the company because I'm not really upset about them, but anyway, I just decided it wasn't working for me, so I'm not there anymore. And so now I have some more free time, and I don't feel like I have enough time to get a new job, really, because I'm only going to be here 6 months, plus it take a while to find the job. By the time I find it and they train me, plus the last month or so I'm here, I probably won't want to work, because I'm going to be packing and, like I said, just spending time with my family, because I'm going to be gone for 2 to 3 years. So, just a lot's been going on. So part of the reason I'm using tape with this look is where this is such a dark color. When I go in with it, it just tends to have a lot of fallout, which fallout doesn't bother me. That's why I do my eye makeup first. If you're one of those people that do your face makeup first, then you probably care a lot about fallout, but I don't personally. And this eyeshadow is a little bit hard to control, so I just decided, I've done this look like once before and I really liked it, but when I was putting it on my eye, I was like, this is very messy. Plus, it's hard to get all of this and not get it patchy if you don't have a straight line there, or it's hard to get like both eyes even and not get it patchy, just because it's such a dark color. And I didn't use anything dark under it, so I just used a light transitions shade, so that the tape just makes it like 20 times easier, and I think it might improve the overall look. So I'm just buffing it out. Okay, so for my next step, I'm getting into this really old Smashbox palette I have, or not really sure what it's called. I don't think they make it anymore. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, it's a Master Class palette. Lighting Theory. I'm pretty sure they don't make it anymore. But mine's trash. Like, this was the thing and this fell out. But anyway, I don't use it very often anymore because it's just so old. But the reason I'm using it today is because I have these gold earrings on. They're kind of getting washed out by the light, but this is the only palette I have with a gold that's like the same tones. And I just really like how it looks with the earrings, so that is why I'm using it. It's called the color Sunrise. So yeah, I'm just using this, and then I'm going to use it, I'm going to try and carve out some of the beginning of my eye shape, kind of like a cut crease, but not completely. I just kind of leave it there at the edge and I blend it out later. I wait for it to dry, because if you don't wait for it to dry, it normally turns out badly. So just kind of stop it around the area I want to stop it. I brought this pretty much like all the way across my eye except for right in that little corner, because I wanted to open it and I don't want like just a big black blotch on my eye. Not black, but dark green. I'm just trying to open it and brighten it some. So anyway, since I got married, I'm thinking now would be a good time to do wedding videos. That was really useful for me when I was planning my wedding, was watching how to save money videos, just any wedding videos in general, because at times I didn't know what I wanted to do, and it helped me get inspiration. It helped me decide how I was going to go about it. Plus, since I did get married to someone in the military, I could tell you all, or anyone interested, a little bit about how you can schedule an actual wedding at the military and how you can do it. I actually planned my wedding in, I want to say it was about 3 months, so that's a really short time compared to what a lot of people do. So anyway, I just feel like it would be good to share that with people. Just it meant a lot to me to be able to sit down and watch videos like that when I was planning my wedding, especially at times like when I couldn't talk to my fiance. So now I'm just going back in and blending that out. Alrighty. Ow, that hurt a little bit. Alright. So probably should have done this before, but I'm just gonna prime my face a little bit. This is the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer. If you hear any creaking, well, this thing's making some weird noises. It's about gone. But my stool is missing like some screws, so it's about to be a goner. I'm just going to let this sit in for a couple minutes. Alright, so now I'm just going to go in with my Makeup Forever HD foundation. I actually used this for my wedding. And this is the Morphe M439. I'm just going to start buffing that in my face. Alright, so I could keep building that up, which sometimes I would do because I've got a couple blemishes that aren't quite covered yet. I don't know if you can see them, but like I've got like a zit right here. But anyway, I'm going to use a lot of concealer, so I'm not going to build that up anymore. So first I'm going in with Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair, and I just put that under my eyes, and then I try to be careful not to use too much because it goes a long way. So then I put a little bit on my chin, right there, down my nose, and my forehead. And then I'm going in with the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light. So this one's more of like my actual face color, but it doesn't highlight, so I actually just like to use it to blend the two together. It's about gone, and so is the other. I have another Fair, but I don't have another Light, so. But I just like to use it because sometimes the other one just, oh, I missed the bottle. The other one washes me out pretty bad because I am so fair already. So I just use my Beauty Blender and blend that in. Okay. So now that I look nice and all even and very, very white, I'm going to take my Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I also have the Laura Mercier one, and I have another off-brand one, or not off-brand, but drugstore brand one. I think it's L'Oreal, but I'm just going to use my Beauty Blender with this and put it under my eyes. But anyway, my skin is so dry. The Laura Mercier one, I would not recommend it for any dry skin. I might use it occasionally still just because I paid so much for it, but I probably should have returned it because it just soaks the life out of my face. Because like I said, if you have oily skin, oh my gosh, it'd be fine, but my skin is so dry, so that is why I like this one. So I'm just going to put that under there. And I'm actually going to go ahead and do my under eyes. Normally, I would wait until I did my face, but I want to do it while this powder is there. That way, I'll keep any excess from like sticking to my face really bad, because when I wipe the powder away, it normally, it just makes my under eyes turn out better. Sometimes I'll get this little weird line where they'll crease underneath, and it helps prevent that. Doesn't 100% guarantee it won't happen, but it does help prevent it. So I'm going to take this little tiny detail brush from Eco Tools, and I'm going to start out with the color, my transition shade I used earlier from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I have no idea what it's called, but it's that one right there. You can see it's the first one I've hit pan on. I think I've had this thing for like, I want to say like a year and a half-ish, and I mean, I use it quite a bit, so. I'm going to go, right after that, I'm going to go straight in with this olivey green. So this, you need to be careful with. You need to be careful when you use this one. I normally tap the excess off, especially with a dark color like this. I'm just blending it down. I'm actually taking it all the way in. Alright, so anyway, after I finish my under eyes, which is pretty smoky looking to me, I'm just going to dust that powder I put. And what I'm actually going to do is try and use that powder on my face so I don't waste a bunch of it. So I just blend it out onto my face. Might take a little bit more for my forehead because it's hard to get it up there. I don't like a ton of powder on my face just because I am so dry. Alright, so next up is contour, and I'm going to use this Tarteist Pro Glow palette. This actually came out of a FabFitFun box. I think it was my fall one or my summer one. I'm not sure. But speaking of that, I'm going to be filming what's in my winter FabFitFun box after this. So if you want to see that, I'll probably be posting it very soon after I post this video. So I'm going to take the only contour shade in here, which is Sculpt. Well, there's two, but the only powdered one. So they have a contour shade that is cream and a powder, and then 4 highlights. And my palette is very messy. So anyway, I'll let you see that up close. So this is what it looks like. It's a very good shade for my skin tone personally. It's just the right amount of warm and not warm, like the right tone. I have a bronzer from MAC that I really, really like, but it's very, very warm, especially when I'm as pale as I am right now. Something super, super warm toned. That's where you tend to look orangey. The more warm toned brown is, the more orangey it is. So this is good for me. I'm not doing a very sharp contour. I haven't been into that lately. I'm just doing a little dusting and just warming it up, but also following the contour lines, but for the most part warming up my face and bringing my face to life. I think this video is going to be called a Get Ready With Me, but it's kind of a Get Ready With Me, kind of a tutorial. It's just like a mix. It's just what I'm feeling today. So I'm going to go up and I'm trying to keep it very close to my hairline, because with this particular brush what ends up happening is it looks choppy if you don't. So I just keep it real close to my hairline. Oopsie, I stuck it in the cream. Let's hope that didn't affect it. I'm actually just noticing how many things that I have that I use like every time I do my makeup or whatever that are from FabFitFun box. So I also got a beauty blender from one, which I already have beauty blenders, but it's always nice to have another. So this is my Tarte blush palette. I don't know if they still make this, but I want to go in with a different color today. So I'm going to go in with this lovable color right here on the end. This is hard to see. This one right here, because I don't know if I've ever used it, but it's kind of dark. My favorite is the Genuine because it's just more of a mauve-y nude, but I'm not going to use a lot of it. I'm just going to brighten up my face a little bit. So another thing about blush, and I think I heard another YouTuber say this happens with them too, but I know, like, so it's pretty, it shows up a lot more in my mirror than it does in the camera, just because the light just kind of washes me out in the camera. But another thing too is it will fade pretty quickly, not super quickly, but See, like that looks like a lot right there. But I'm just going to blend it in, and it will fade throughout the day. So I don't feel bad using a little extra. Okay, so now I'm going to grab some clear brow gel and throw that on my brows. I just got this shirt too. I got this shirt at TJ Maxx. And also, in case you're wondering, my earrings are from Marley Lily. I feel like they're so hard to see. Like, this is what they look like. They came free with an order. Because, like, when you spend so much, like, you get something free. I don't know if it's always like that or if that was just, like, a Christmas deal. But anyway. I'm going to go back in with this Pro Glow palette. And, oh my gosh, the other day, I knocked this in my floor and every single one of these pans fell out. Turns out that they come out and they're magnetic. So, like, where this is magnetic, they're also magnetic. So I just popped them all right back in. And two of my highlights have like a little chip out of the corner. But luckily I didn't crack a pan or anything. I didn't really lose much. So I'm just mixing the colors Strobe and Stunner together. And then I'm just going to put this on my cheekbones. I don't know if you can see that. I really don't feel like these need a spray. See, like I have my all-nighter spray right here. I'm going to spray my face when I'm done anyway, and I feel like that affects the intensity, but I don't feel like they need it for what I'm going for. I'm just kind of dusting it, and I will dust it right through here a little bit too. And then I'm going to take this little brush, like an eyeshadow brush. I'm actually going to highlight my inner corners with Strobe, which is the lightest color in the palette. And I mix the two together for my brow bone. I'll pop on some mascara. This is the IT Cosmetics Superhero. This is in like a travel size mascara. And I'm just going to pop that on my eyes. I really like it actually. I think I might end up buying it, I'm not sure, but because I have a bunch of mascaras already, but I really like it. I'm also going to use the same mascara on my under eyes. I don't know if you guys use like two different mascaras, but I am almost never like wanting to open a second mascara for my under eyes. Like, it needs to work for both for me. Okay, so that's pretty much the completed makeup. The only thing left is some lipstick. I'm using Stila in the shade Caramello. I really feel like you could wear red lipstick with this look, but I'm not feeling it, so I'm going to go with this. This is very close to my natural lips, if you can tell. This Vaseline has a little bit of a pink tint, but it's got like a gray undertone, and I really like it. So, there we go. And this is the completed makeup look. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. And if you did, check out my FabFitFun box opening. I've already opened the box because I couldn't wait, but I'm going through everything in it and all that stuff. If you have any suggestions for videos for me to film, since I'm just starting back, let me know and I'll try and do it. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it so you can see more videos. Alright, thanks guys, I'll see you later. Bye!